Thinking about becoming a landlord? Well, let me tell you, it's not all passive income while sipping on lattes and having that rent roll in. It's also clogged toilets at midnight, lost rent checks, and tenants who think that the no pets policy doesn't apply to their 200-pound Great Dane. Today I'm sharing the biggest mistakes that I made or barely avoided when I started real estate investing. I'm going to help you skip the drama and go straight to the profits. Look, I get it. The first tenant shows up with a smile on their face and a story about how reliable they are. It's tempting to give them the keys. Don't. I repeat, don't do it. One bad tenant can turn your dream property into a nightmare. Think unpaid rent, property damage, or that mystery roommate that they conveniently forgot to mention. Here's a tip. Always do a background check, credit check, and call for references. And if something feels off, trust your gut. It's better to leave the property vacant than rent it to the wrong person. Mistake number 2, underestimating the costs. I thought I'd buy a property, collect rent, and be rich by Tuesday. Spoiler alert, that's not how it works. There are a lot of hidden costs. They got maintenance, taxes, insurance, vacancies. Forget about that fun time your water heater decides to explode. If you don't budget for these, your investment will turn into a money pit faster than you say emergency plumber. Here's a tip. Create a reserve fund, at least 3 to 6 months of expenses. And always overestimate repair costs because trust me, it's never just a simple fix. Mistake number 3, not having a solid lease agreement. If your lease is only 1 page long and doesn't cover things like late fees, pet policies, or who's responsible for what, you're setting yourself up for chaos. Tenants will test those gray areas, and you don't want to be Googling how to evict someone at 3 a.m. Here's a tip. Invest in a solid lease template and customize it with your state laws. Don't forget to spell out everything, from quiet hours to what happens if they decide to paint all the walls neon green without asking. Mistake number 4, thinking that you can do it all by yourself. My husband and I started out thinking that we were Superman and Superwoman, thinking, oh, I don't need help, I can fix the broken sink myself. Next thing you know, we were watching a tutorial at midnight while the kitchen was flooding. Here's a tip. Build your team early. Get yourself a great handyman, a reliable property manager if you're scaling, and an accountant that deals with real estate. Trust me, you're not just saving time, you're saving your sanity. Mistake number 5, forgetting your why. It's easy getting caught up in the grind, buying more properties, dealing with tenants, fixing problems. But if you lose sight of why you started, it can get overwhelming fast. For me, it's about building financial freedom for the family while being present for the kids. When things get tough, I remind myself of the bigger picture. This keeps you going even when you're dealing with a tenant that thinks that paying rent on time is optional. Real estate investing isn't perfect, but it can be wildly rewarding if you avoid those common mistakes. Just remember to start small, stay smart, and don't forget to laugh at the chaos because it's all a part of the journey.